Hello there, good folks watching the daily vlog. Welcome to day 27. So we clearly see the weight stabilizing around the high 220s for the last 3 days. This is exactly where we were when we took the sick break after day number 17 for 2 weeks. So the progress we lost in 2 weeks, we've remade that in just the last 1 week of consistency. This tells something very crucial about the human body, which I would love to talk about. See, no one immediately gets out of shape after 1 day of overeating or 1 week or 2 weeks or even a month sometimes of a bad habitual relationship with food. It takes months and years of consistent terrible eating behavior and terrible activity-less sedentary lifestyle to throw you out of shape. And just in a week of getting back, we didn't do anything too crazy. We didn't starve ourselves. We didn't do high intensity workouts all the time through the day for hours on end, tiring us and getting drenched in sweat. We just did moderate to slightly high intensity workouts, but put in the effort day in, day out. And here we are. We got meal 1 there, got some stir-fried rice and vegetables, egg whites, and why not? In this space for chutney, I'm gonna have some chutney. Some coconut, lentil, blended to a beautiful chutney, tempered with mustard seeds, curry leaves. You know the drill. I'm missing the fried accompaniment from the previous day, so can't make that a habit. It's leg day and I'm ever so slightly sad, and I'll tell you why. See, usually, whenever people go to the gym, they'll have this thing in the mind, okay, today's workout is probably going to destroy me, it's going to break me apart. It's looked upon as a challenge. And I actually look forward to that thing. A lot of people might not enjoy it, but after eons of, lifting things and getting in and out of the gym and feeling that hypertrophy, I miss that on leg days because obviously with the back recovery, we're not doing anything close to one hard set, though. With leg days, of course, this doesn't mean just because we're not doing squatting and deadlifting, we're not going to grow legs. You don't need them to, have amazing legs. We'll still do a lot of hypertrophy isolation work. But that feeling of knowing we're going to get crushed at the gym today, I really miss that. And the sad part is leg days, like I have always told you in the previous vlogs, if you've seen them, used to be my most favorite days. And now when I don't feel that rush, I'm like, the interest is just fading away as the weeks go by. So hopefully soon we must be able to push up the load with the legs. Until then, it's plain broad is what we start with. So we're going with deep squats today, no partials. Taking it slower than usual because that way, even with very less load, we have extra body weight than usual, so it's going to still put a lot of load on the legs. And that is a wrap of the squats. We might just be so bold enough to do some lunges as well. A lot of us do the mistake of going too wide on the lunges, thinking that makes it harder. Well, it kind of would, but you don't need it. That would kind of put pressure on places we don't want, like away from the glute and the hams. So try to put your legs in such a way that your knees, when they go all the way down, they're close, not exactly, but close to around 90 or slightly beyond that, but that's about it. That's how you find the sweet spot. I probably might go to Chennai for a couple of days, as well. So it should be interesting to train in an outdoor gym after so long. I did go to an outdoor gym in Madurai here, midway, I think for a couple of days. But yeah, it's just once you taste the privacy of your own lifting room, it's extremely hard to adapt to anything that deals with slightly lesser privacy. So there's that, but I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. When there's work, you gotta go. This is a problem when you drop the rope. The ends just pop out, but that's okay, it's just plastic. It's only gonna have so much life. I actually have an extra rope because I had a different type of a cable set up before I bought this cable workstation. So 2 ropes, which means we got a spare. Let's get some straps on. Of course, you don't want them too tight. Something close to, little below, super comfortable is good. So it has to hold on to you, like, you're not liking it, that hold, but not to the point where blood flow is getting restricted. That's a wrap. Let's do some calf work. I don't even remember what I had planned for post-workout. What was it today? I think it's plain biryani and egg whites, and probably throw in some veggies as well. The trick to a great biryani is whatever I'm going to tell you when I actually show the biryani, because yeah, if I talk too much food in the gym, then I'm going to get hungry. That squeeze is actually very lightweight because it's just the rod, once again being back safe as we are recovering. But if you squeeze really well, given that I have more body weight, it's still gonna give a good pump. That's a wrap. Let's get some quick cardio in. And that should close for the day. Yes, of course, you can do cardio on leg day if you still have some fuel in the legs, which I have in a very considerable amount. So let's get those egg whites going. And yes, like I initially pointed out, wait, is that mine or? Yeah, that's mine. It's plain biryani. The trick, like I concealed earlier in the gym, is basically onions. You gotta saute the onions really well, and then when you pressure cook, it kind of melts and forms that gooey, yummy, savory deliciousness. See, onions are the heart of savoriness. Whenever you want to make any food savory, add onions to them, it'll make it savory. Like, there's even a popular soup, it's called the onion soup, and it is, I think it's a French dish, probably from the 18th or 17th century. Phenomenal. It's so savory, so easy, so cheap. People used to do it in the winters, if I'm right. I don't remember. The story of me and my bowl of egg whites continues. Let's get our proteins into the system. We first get them into the pan. See, now you guys need to understand, back in the day when I was, studying and living alone and doing things myself, I used to separate all my egg whites by myself. Obviously, now I kind of, get some help sometime, occasionally from people, or most of the times, which I'm lucky to have. But I had to cross that bridge to get here. So, no one's not getting anything for granted. It all kind of, we've all had our, narrow roads to kind of come to this nice four-way. Oh, it's piping hot. Chennai நாளைக்கு போமா நாளைக்கு பேர் ஒரு chef, so someone's going to be there. And let's add some veggies. We've got carrot beans, some amazing fresh coconuts, and I think they've added some spices, I'm not entirely sure. So that's gonna go into the mix. And we got some blended spinach. Man, it's gotten really late today. Meal 3 is gonna be on short notice, but we have a couple transformation plans to send out. Before that, let me focus on my transformation, enjoy that biryani, and catch you in the studio. Let's knock out some work, and I'll probably catch you in a few hours. Wait, was I even in frame? What about now? And that is a wrap of all client transformations. And now it's time to get back to my transformation. Of course, the last meal of the day is what I'm talking about. Let's dive into that. Okay, I think I'm gonna need some egg whites on that. சட்டை வாங்கினீங்க, எத்தனை ஷர்ட் வாங்குறீங்க, என்ன பிராண்ட் வாங்குறீங்க? லூயி விட்டான் பர்மா பஜாரில் 250 ரூபா தான். திருப்பூர் போனால் 15. இல்லை சீரியஸாக நாளைக்கு போயிடலாமா? No, we'll have to shop tomorrow. நாளான்னைக்கு இல்லையா? ஐயோ ஏதோ பண்ணிட்டாங்களா தோசைக்குள்ள? The dosa is obviously getting stuck again. Let's see what the problem is. Okay, it's fine. Okay, so that seems to be the problem. So the pan is apparently inched to the left, so that area is not hot. And that part of the dosa is uncooked. We're getting the big guns out, because obviously the glass lids we usually use are not able to entirely cover the dosa surface. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you improvise. See, whenever you do a lot of brain work, that in itself also burns calories. It kind of explains as to why when you're kind of really focused onto something and wrap something, and you're done with the work, which has involved a lot of thinking or a lot of your personal mental energy, you start feeling a little peckish. Of course, other factors, lifestyle and cravings, all of that come into the picture as well. But it is an explanation as to why one can get super hungry, especially after finishing some work. It could also be a reward system where you feel like, okay, I've done something nice, why don't I snack on something nice? What I'm trying to say is I'm really hungry, probably because I've done a lot of work. Because I trained very early on, like, from training to now, it's been a couple hours. 4:30? 6 hours since I wrapped training, and I'm really peckish right now. Okay, I actually had the flame on super high, thank God. My brother reminded me. Okay, it's not burnt, it's slightly brown, but not burnt. And come to daddy. Nice. Tomorrow is actually a loading day, so there's going to be a ton more food than usual. We wrap the week to a wonderful drop on the scale. The weekly average has been phenomenal, man. Very quick jump, like we spoke earlier in the morning today. We're going with 2 eggs today. Ideally, I'd prefer having 3, but then of late I'm getting more of my proteins from egg whites. So, cutting down the whole eggs. Don't do too much of anything, okay? Yes, you can overdo proteins. You can also underdo them, like any other food. So, stay at level with moderation. Nice. So meal number 3 is basically a dosa with 2 eggs, another dosa with some more egg whites, and some coconut peanut chutney. And I think it's red in color because there's mashed red chilies. Yummy. I'm going to dive into that. I'll probably throw in an apple today as well. So we might gradually start including, fruits, jumping into the fruit territory, because we haven't really kind of dived into that area since we started all the prep, because I've told you initially, I'm not a huge food person, more of a vegetable person. Simple things are always the most delicious when it comes to food. But not at all times. And I'll catch you tomorrow.